Hey everyone, we have LA Galaxy head coach Greg Vanney with us now. We'll go ahead and jump straight into questions. We'll begin first with Spectrum Sportsnet's Nikki K. Nikki, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Hope you've enjoyed the week off, but quick question for you. I remember last time against Seattle, you guys had trouble moving the ball from one side of the field to the other in your attack. Have you identified any ways to kind of unlock some more success with that? Or do you think it's just a matter of growth on your offense with more chemistry as more time has gone on?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest challenges we had in that game was engaging their wide center backs, if you will. Our wingers were wide and our higher players that should be kind of in the gaps were too deep. And so their two wide center backs were able to basically just help cover everybody else in the back line. And we didn't engage them and force them to have to defend enough, which made it very difficult for us to move their center backs out of the middle of the field and create chances in front of the goal, really. And so, against a back five, we've got to do a better job of getting higher numbers up against that line and forcing those guys to have to defend and make decisions and opening up spaces that we can actually finish our attacks through. So that was one of the biggest things. And because we didn't do that, we had some possession, but our possessions were then turning over and we were getting hit on the transition, especially in the first half. And so we've got to make some adjustment. They're the only team that has played in a back five that we've had to deal with so far. And so there's some slight adjustments that we have to make to be better in chance creation, really, when it comes down to it.
And just touching on the fans real quick here, it's going to be the first game with full capacity. Excitement, looking forward to that, and what you expect being back home with a full house.
Yeah, very, very much looking forward to that. I think, for the players, for everybody, just the energy in the stadium is going to be so different than what I think anybody has felt in such a long time, between the players, the fans themselves, everybody, which I think is really exciting. And so I'm glad we're at home. I'm glad, look, it's nice that we play Seattle, which is a team that is doing well. It's two teams at the top of the table that are competing with each other, which makes it an exciting game. A lot of time leading up to this game, which, we're all just kind of mulling around in a little bit because the game still seems like it's pretty far away, but it's exciting to have that occasion finally upon us because it seems like it's been so long since we've had that scenario where we've been able to have maximum fans in the stands and that kind of energy in the stadiums that the league has grown to know over the years until recently.
And sorry, one more here. We get to speak to Séga today. How's his introduction been? What's your first impression of him so far?
Good. He's a wonderful young man whose birthday is today, and which was nice for him to celebrate with the group. He's integrated really, really well. The guys have really welcomed him, which is no surprise with our group of players. He has trained well. He's got great soccer IQ. He's got a great physical capacity. Just, he closes fast and he has great physicality in his game and he understands what he's trying to do on the field. What I've been really surprised about is just his willingness and eagerness to communicate. His English is okay. It's I would say it's better than average probably for a player who's moving to a new country for the first time. But it's just his willingness to try to get his message across in the game to his teammates and the players that are around him. He's been very vocal in that capacity, which is really nice to see him feel that comfortable already.
Wonderful. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Nikki. We'll go next to Damian Calhoun with Daily News. Damian, go ahead.
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
Good, Damian. How are you?
Good. When do you expect all the international guys back? Is it sometime this week or early next week, or what's the timetable?
Yeah, they're starting to make their way back. I think Jonathan is back today. I think Sebastian back tomorrow. And I think guys then over the next few days are starting to return to market. I think we have everybody in as we start really our formal preparations for the next game, which will be on Monday. Yeah, so I think we have everybody that pretty much will be in by then.
And any update on Ryan? Has he arrived yet or still?
We have a request in. He's got an appointment. We have a request in to expedite to try to get the appointment moved up a little bit sooner. As it's worked, we'll hear back from that here in the next day or so. I still hope, I don't know why, but I have some optimism that hopefully we can get this done and try to get him here before this next match. Whether he's ready to play, we'll have to see, but hopefully he can at least be with us in the preparation and lead up to it.
And one final thing, Séga, when did he get on your radar? And I know the process is always long of, scouting guys, but when did you first notice him and think he would be a good fit here?
I would say I started watching him closely probably in the latter part of December through January, February, March. And then we were able to get some boots on the ground, if you will, over in France to be able to watch him live. So watched a lot of games of him. He played at a club, Nancy, which was a club that I had almost went to when I was in France. And so I still sometimes just watch and caught a little bit of a glimpse of him, and he had a lot of qualities that I found very intriguing. A lot of them are just his starting points as a center back, his understanding of the position, the sharpness of his movements, things like that. And so, initially, to be candid, I felt like he was still trying to get comfortable. It was a new coach, a new system. And so I don't think any of us who were watching, we weren't rushing in so fast to try to get the deal done. We wanted to see how he grew within the position. And I thought as the season progressed and he got more comfortable, I thought he did excellent. Then the team went on a stretch of about 8 to 10 games without losing. And he was playing a big role in that. And you could start to see all of the qualities that I think we were looking for start to come together. And so all in all, it was probably a good 4 or 5 months that we had 3 to 4 months that we were watching pretty much every game that he was playing. And then, like I said, got somebody live, met him in person, things like that.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Damien. We'll go next to a question from Alicia Rodriguez with SB Nation before going after that to Josh Gassman with Corner of the Galaxy. Alicia, go ahead.
Thank you. Greg, you mentioned a few minutes ago that you guys are kind of cooling your heels right now with this break. What's your approach, with such a long break, and it's still pretty early in the season? Are you, in the gym more? Are you on the training field more? Did you get the guys, some time off and tell them to travel responsibly? Like, what was your approach for at least this first part of this long break?
Yeah, it was a little bit of all of that. When coming out of the last game, they had 4 days off. Then they came in for a couple of days. For me, it's just to kind of refresh themselves physically and not give them too much time off. We've been in a pretty good rhythm. So came in for a couple of days. They did some good work. Most of that was of physical nature, a little bit of it, getting some touches on the ball just to try to keep some level of sharpness. Then we gave them the weekend off. And now we just concluded a 3-day training stretch. They'll have tomorrow off. They'll have another 3-day training stretch. They'll have a day off. And then we normally like to have a 4-day preparation for a game. So that puts us into a 4-day prep for the Seattle match. So it's to try to keep them engaged, but also give them an opportunity for their bodies to recover a little bit and not try to force things too long. Today we played a little bit of a 60 minutes of a scrimmage, just again to stay connected to 11v11 full field soccer, just from a physical standpoint. So we're trying to tie all of that. We're spending a little bit of time just on some tactical things and some things that are as we continue to add players into the group and we have guys around, just trying to stay sharp and maybe even add a couple new things, new wrinkles into what we're trying to do as we continue to progress.
Thanks, Alicia. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, Greg. Good to talk to you. 2 things. One on Coulibaly and his availability. I imagine that he would be available to play against Seattle. And does his availability come at a good time with you, obviously, with the Williams suspension? Sort of on the backside of that, I don't know if you've talked about the Williams suspension and the number of games yet, but I'd like your comment on that if you could give it as well.
Yeah, it was a little bit of all of that. When coming out of the game last game, they had 4 days off. Then they came in for a couple of days. Just again to stay connected to 11v11 full field soccer, just from a physical standpoint. So we're trying to tie all of that. We're spending a little bit of time just on some tactical things and Yeah, he is available. Coulibaly, that is, will be available for Seattle match. Yes, it's nice to have his addition come at a time where we lose Derek for a number of games. That's positive. And also we start to get into 3 games in 7 days, a stretch here, and games will start to come more frequently. So it's nice to have him and continue some form of a rotation with this group as we push through this stretch. Yeah, as far as the Derek suspension, I think, look, I get it that the league wants to make a point. I think at the end of the day, the tackle was a soccer play. It was, yes, a bit reckless. Yes, it came in hard, but there was no intent. It was not a reaction to something. It was an attempt to play the ball and play soccer. And so from that side of it, I feel like it's a bit harsh. But I also understand that there was a player on the other side whose season is probably done. And so I do sort of get it, but in the history of the league, we haven't had many suspensions that have been of this quantity, and the ones that we have had were of a nature that was outside of what I would call the scope of playing soccer. And so, from that side of things, I do think I had a number in my head that I thought was going to be harsh, and let's just say it was a little bit more than that. So, we take it and we deal with it, and at least we have a position. We know what it's going to look like, and our team will move forward as Derek will move forward, and we'll keep him engaged and ready to go. So we respect the decision. It wasn't what I had expected. I would say at the onset when I knew that they were reviewing it. Let's just say that.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh. We'll toss it over to Gio Garcia before continuing with Larry Morgan next. Gio, go ahead.
Hey, Greg, great to see you again. I wanted to ask you about another player. Obviously, there was a big game this weekend, Mexico versus the U.S. men's national team, another thriller. A lot of the big talk was that the Mexican national team could have used a number 9, obviously Chicharito, and the great job he's done. I'm just curious on your thoughts on Chicharito, and do you feel he deserves to be on the national team?
Well, I think he definitely deserves to be in the discussion, and I don't know where that is because I'm not directly speaking with Tata or anyone in the federation, so I don't know if he's been called upon or asked or not or whatever. But I think again with strikers, it's their form. He's in excellent form. I think his fitness level is good. I think if he obviously has a lot of experience with them, so with them he should definitely be in the discussion. And I don't know whether that discussion has taken place or not, so I have no comment on that side of things. But I feel like when a striker is in form like he is and working the way he is, he can help a team. And so, like I said, I think that that discussion could probably take place, but it's not my place to say anything quite more than that. But he's been great. He's worked hard through this break and trying to keep his form moving forward.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gio. Larry, go ahead.
Hi, Greg. Thanks for speaking with us. As always, I have a 2-part question. One, can we get an update on Jonathan Dos Santos, who left the last game with apparent cramping in his calf? And 2, did you ever open up your wallet and get a subscription to watch more of the Ted Lasso series? And
Yes.
if so, have you, or what are your impressions?
Okay, so I'll answer the second one first because it's not as important as Jonathan, to be fair. So I haven't, and the primary reason is I'm kind of in transition from the temporary housing that I had to the house that's going to be our permanent house, and so I actually don't have Wi-Fi at home. I don't have a TV. I don't have anything yet, and I think it's so important that I don't want to watch it on a computer screen. I actually want to watch it on a big television screen. So I haven't. Give me a week, and I'll be back into it because I think we'll be set up by then. So, but I look forward to it. I've been thinking about it a little bit, get back to it. So anyway, that's the Ted Lasso side of it. For Jonathan, he has a mild calf strain, and so we figured we got that news as he was in Colorado. We had an MRI. It was a little bit challenging just getting the MRI situated because of the long weekend and everything that was going on. But we got that as he traveled to Mexico. So he was with them for the stretch of these games. But he was back, as I said, today. He didn't play. He just got treatment. That treatment was in conjunction with our medical staff, speaking with their medical staff. But he's now back and will finish his treatment here. And we believe that he'll be on pace to be available for the Seattle match. We will know more once we get our hands on him and just kind of see what the return to play process will look like. But from a timeline standpoint, we're optimistic that he should be okay for Seattle and should start on the field work here over the next couple of days.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Larry. That's all we'll take for today, Greg. We appreciate your time as always, and look forward to your Ted Lasso update next week.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Take care, everyone.
Hey guys, we'll stand by. We'll have LA Galaxy defender Séga Coulibaly. There's Vicky Mercado as well. He'll join us momentarily. I believe that we'll try to do as much English as we can with Séga, but we have once again Matthias van Hal standing by who can help with translations as needed should the need come up, whether it's a question translated into French for Séga or a response from Séga translated back into English for the group. So we'll sort of take it question by question, and Matthias will assist where needed. So as always, if you have a question, feel free to use the hand raise feature and we can call on you accordingly. So we'll stand by and have Séga join us momentarily.
Très bon, monsieur.
Yep.
Hi, everyone.
Séga, thanks for taking the time to join us, and happy birthday.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and jump straight into questions. We'll begin with a question first
Okay.
from Nikki.
Okay, no problem.
Hi, Séga. Is it bon anniversaire?
Merci, c'est gentil.
Welcome. I just wanted to see how your impressions of Los Angeles and the Galaxy were, and happy birthday to you. How's it been out here so far?
Thank you. So I'm very happy to be here. Everyone welcomed me very nice. I feel like I'm at home, and it's 10 days since I'm here, and I'm very happy. I can't wait to start again.
And Séga, before you arrived, there was Sam, and he was the only Frenchman on the team. And Sasha was saying he had to translate a lot for him. But having you and Kevin, how's the language barrier working for you so far?
For me, it's okay. I understand everything. Just I need some time to what to say, to have more vocabulary, but it's okay for the moment.
Well, we appreciate you and welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome. We'll go next to a question from Damien Calhoun. Damien, go for it.
Hi, Séga. How you doing?
I am fine.
Good. I want to get your thoughts on Major League Soccer. I'm sure you've had a chance to watch the Galaxy play. What's been your overall thoughts on the style of play and the quality of the league?
Yes. Before I arrive, I watch many games of LA Galaxy, and for me, we have a great team with great players like Chicha, Jonathan, Dan, the goalkeeper Jonathan, I think his name. So they have a lot of quality, and I hope we are gonna do great things.
And before you came over, did you have options to stay in France with other teams?
Yes, I have, but for me it's a big move. But what's je réfléchis. I choose. For me, it's the best option because in USA they have good training facility, good staff, and I think it's a best option. In Europe, people think it's the level is higher in Europe, But for me, there is not the truth because they don't know, they don't come here to see. And now I can say it's a good choice because, as I said, we have good training facility, good staff. Everyone are helping the players, and I have all to give my best.
Thank you.
Thanks, Damien. Séga, you're doing really well in English, and also if you need, we do have Matthias van Hals if you want to clarify anything or say something in French.
Okay,
but your English is incredible.
I have to speak English.
No, it's very good, very good. We'll go next to Josh Guessman. Josh, go ahead.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Séga. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's great. Is there anything, whenever you're thinking about going to different teams, you had options to go different places and come, did coming to Los Angeles, the city itself, to California, to the United States, that play any role in that?
Can you repeat, please? The end.
Yeah. Whenever you had options to go other places in France, you had options maybe to play other places in the world.
Yes.
Did coming to Los Angeles, the city, the state, the United States, that play a big role into wanting to come to the Galaxy?
Yes, exactly. So I want to live another thing than Europe. So I played maybe 15 years in Europe, and I want to do a big move for myself and to improve as a player and as a man. And I think USA is a country I like, the lifestyle, the other sports like NBA, NFL, and I want to discover another thing. So yes, it's a big role. It was a big role in my choice to come here, and I want to discover and grow up as a man and as a player also.
Do you have some favorite NFL or NBA teams?
NBA teams, I like Lakers because of LeBron James, but I like okay, I don't okay sport.
Hockey.
Yes.
Hockey.
Yes, okay. Vegas. I don't know. Night. Yes, Vegas night. I like also. So yes, I like USA sports.
Great, thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Josh. We'll go next to a question from Chris Maldonado. Chris, go ahead.
Hi, Chris.
Séga, welcome to Los Angeles. Happy birthday. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
I'm wondering if you've had a chance to meet your new backline partners. You're going to be playing with some very experienced center backs like Daniel Steres, Jorge Villafana. Have you had a chance to get to know them a little bit? And what are your first impressions so far? And first impressions of Coach Kalichman?
My first impression is very good because there are a lot of players with more experience and a different way to play. So it's good for me to learn with them. So the coach, I spoke with him, and I had a good feeling. He speak a lot. He played in France before, and it's easy. We can talk, so it's more easy to adapt myself. And with the other players, it's the same. We speak a lot with Derek, Dan, Nick, Julian. So it's easy. That's soccer. We speak the same language. It's not English. We play all the football.
Thanks, Chris. I think we have time for one more question. We can go to Josue Lopez. Josue, I know you had your hand raised. Josue, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Chris. Hello, Séga. Happy birthday and welcome to MLS.
Thank you.
what are the strengths and characteristics that you have as a player? What will you bring to the LA Galaxy?
What I can bring to LA Galaxy?
Yeah, as a player, like what are your characteristics, your strengths?
I'm a strong player. I'm comfortable with the ball also. Can play central back, like right back. My first position is central, but as I said, I can play right back also. I'm gonna try to bring my power, my intelligence. So yes, I'm gonna try to help as I can.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, Séga, I want to give you a round of applause, and I hope the media will join me in thanking you.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job. Happy birthday. And
Thank you.
that's all we'll take for today. Thanks, Séga.
I can't wait to see you. Bye.
Awesome. Matthias, thank you so much for standing by. We appreciate it. I know we didn't get to you today, but I think